Another one.
Are there any Postman alternatives? So, um, so it says Postman is big, slow, and overcharged with things I don't need. Is there a light alternative? I need a software to test APIs. I would like to have JSON collections of calls a la Postman, but I don't want to make an account, explore other APIs, invite people to my profile, share my feelings. Oh, feelings. Where's my feeling sound? Just make freaking API calls, get post headers, body auth, etc. to an external IP or locally. I tried Insomnia, but it's also big and slow. What's the deal with these kind of apps? I just want to do API calls. Why are they so overloaded with stuff? Do some light and functional alternatives exist? Any thoughts? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I have an answer for this, but I do want to bring in our AI clone to this answer. So I'm gonna call up the clone and see what the clone thinks before I give my answer. Right. So
Hi, I'm Tech Coach Ralph. How can I help?
hey, Tech Coach Ralph. So do you know of any alternative softwares to Postman that isn't so big and clunky and heavy and that's going to drive me crazy?
Absolutely. If you're looking for something lighter than Postman, Insomnia is a solid choice. It's similar to Postman, but used to be lighter, though it's evolving with more features. Another option is to skip third party tools and write your API tests directly in code using languages like Python or Java. This approach gives you more control and flexibility. You can integrate these with frameworks like Karate for automation. It's all about finding what fits your workflow best. Are you currently using any specific languages or frameworks for your testing?
No, but insomnia seems a bit clunky as well. So what like other like is there anything other than insomnia that you'd recommend?
If Insomnia isn't cutting it for you, consider using curl for a more lightweight approach. It's a command line tool that lets you perform API requests without the overhead of a full application interface. You might also explore Swagger or OpenAPI tools for a more structured approach to API testing. These tools offer a streamlined experience and are great for integrating with your code base. Speaking of integration, are you considering automating your API tests, or are you mainly focused on manual testing right now?
I think manual testing sucks.
Absolutely. Manual testing can be a drag. It's repetitive, error prone, and not scalable. Automating your tests can save you tons of time and headaches. Dive into tools like Python with the request library or Java with Rest Assured. These can help you automate API tests efficiently, ensuring you get consistent results without the manual grind. Automation allows you to focus on more strategic tasks, driving better quality and faster release cycles. Are you considering any specific tools or languages to start automating your tests?
What JavaScript options would you say is good for API testing?
For JavaScript, I'd recommend checking out tools like Mocha and Chai for API testing. They provide a flexible and powerful framework for writing tests. You might also want to explore Supertest, which integrates well with Mocha for HTTP assertions. These tools together can streamline your API testing process, making it more efficient and reliable. Have you considered integrating these tests into a CI/CD pipeline to enhance your testing workflow?
I haven't thought about that yet, but I do have one last question for you. Do you think do you think that manual testing is like manual testers are going to survive?
Manual testing is on the decline, but it won't completely vanish. Automation is taking over because it's faster, more efficient, and less error prone. However, there will always be scenarios where manual testing is necessary. The key is to adapt and learn automation skills alongside manual testing. This dual expertise makes you more valuable in the tech industry. So, if you're a manual tester, it's time to upskill and embrace automation to stay relevant. Now, are you planning to dive into automation or are you still weighing your options?
I am definitely planning to dive into automation. Thank you so much for your time, Tech Draft. You have been absolutely amazing.
You're on the right track. Diving into automation is going to open up so many opportunities for you. Remember, it's all about being dynamic and staying ahead of the curve. Embrace the journey and don't hesitate to reach out if you need guidance or have questions along the way. Speaking of automation, have you thought about which specific area or tool you'd like to start with?
Not yet, but I'll call back when I'm ready. Bye. All right. Um, so you hear it. So pretty much automation is going to be your lightest weight. I also did hear about a software called Bruno, which kind of looks like Postman, but I guess it's lighter. I would say though, to answer the question about why are they so overloaded with stuff, because they didn't create the software just for you, just to make you feel better, right? They made it for the masses of people the reason it's so overloaded is because there's people who ask for all those features, not just for you, all right?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So you need to let go of this entitled mindset of that every single software that's created should just fit my perfect need, right? So that's the deal with these kind of apps. They make it so it is so they can solve a need that everyone has, and not just so that you can feel better about not having some heavy software. Have they added a lot to it? Absolutely, but that's because there's a need for them, and they can have their environment variables here and there and stuff like that. So, but I have heard of a software which, for now at least, is not as clunky. It's called Bruno. I haven't used it before, but it looks exactly, from what I've seen, it looks mostly like Postman does. And then they also have a Chrome extension called Talend, right? Where you can make API calls straight from Google Chrome. It's similar to a Postman, but it's like built right into Chrome. But if you're crying about Postman being overloaded, I can't even imagine how you might feel about Google Chrome. So, but those are your options, and or you can just learn automation and you can use that, or as my guy Don said, you can use the Ralph load testing tool. But it's not really an automation framework, but it is what it is. You can either deal with the commercial software that fits the needs of the masses, or you can just create your own API testing framework. All right. And with that being said, let's wrap that question up.
They say they want success, but they don't put in the time. Promises unkept, all this wasted energy's a crime. People with their eyes wide shut, just playing their part. But when it comes to commitment, they ain't got the heart. Tell me, what's the point of dreaming big if you don't try? Why don't you wake up, get your dreams in line? Keep on waiting, 'cause it's your time to shine. Don't let the darkness cloud the path that you own. If you want success, then you gotta make it home. I see the potential in them, but they don't understand. Only chasing shadows, never stepping on the land. Words are just reflections, but actions tell the tale. When you want the prize, you gotta break the veil. Success is a road, but Why don't you wake up? Get your dreams in line.